you are very much a proponent of taking the bull by the horns, even if you are an introvert, because a lot of times the extroverts are the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, gets the oil.
Gets the oil, right?
That's right, exactly right. I think it's important for introverts to know that we can be successful in business, in sales, in our careers and in our lives.
Okay.
A lot of times we just convince ourselves we can't because we don't have that gift of the gab, right?
Sure.
So a lot of times we're perceived as that person that hides in the corner and doesn't do anything that's quite actively out there.
Right.
And one of the biggest things about National Introverts Week is to actually celebrate the introverted success stories that are out there. There are so many people that are introverts that are just killing it out in the real world, and everybody just projects, oh, they must be extroverted, that's why they're successful, and it's just not true.
That's not the case necessarily.
Well, I always get confused about what actually is an introvert and an extrovert, because here's what I mean by this. People in our position, we are very outgoing when that light is on. Yeah. And when that light goes off and we leave, we don't like to talk to anyone.
Right.
Like, we're not outgoing in public.
Yeah.
Does that make us introverted, or it just makes us, I guess, different or privileged? Or, I don't know.
Well, it's interesting. So the way I define it, and I think this is there's so many studies out there, but the way I define it is it's where you draw your energy. For instance, I'll go on stage and people say, there's no way you're introverted. I'll go to a networking event, people say the same. But when I'm done, I want to go into a dark room and do nothing.
Yes.
On the flip side, my good friend Jim Cathcart, who's the #1 most award-winning speaker in the world, he actually a Californian local, and he wants to go out and he wants to see the town, he wants to run around. I can't think of anything worse.
I know.
Right? That's the real difference, I think. It's where you draw your energy. Do you want to be around people? Do you get your energy from that? Or do you get your energy from being at home quiet by yourself?
Well, and you also say that success does not necessarily mean that you have to be this outgoing, you know, loud person. You can actually be inside your shell, but you say that a lot of times you have to decide whether or not you want to do it now. Stop saying that you're going to do it someday. Do it now.
Well, introverts constantly put off, oh, I'm going to do it. I could do it, but I just don't want to right now.
Yeah.
That's us having a negative self-talk that's telling us not to take action.
Okay.
I mean, let's face it, I'm from Australia, so we don't ski a lot. So the first time I tried to ski, it was painful. I fell down a lot. It was uncomfortable, but then I learned how to ski. It's the same thing with networking. It's the same thing with sales. We can always put it off and say, we'll do it later.
Sure.
But introverts need to realize that it's not one of these gift of the gab abilities. It's a natural system. And as long as they learn that system, then they can not only match an extrovert at their capabilities, a lot of times they can beat them hands down because, I mean, just look at the manufacturing industry. If you have a system and a process, a lot of times you deliver predictable results that are higher than people just doing it off the cuff, which is what extroverts have been so great at.
Fantastic. All right, so you've got your book signing that's earlier today.
That's at Urban Hive, I
Urban
believe?
Hive?
Yeah. Correct, yeah. So at 12:30 today, I'm doing a free event at Urban Hive, which is a great little co-working facility. And then later on this afternoon, I'll be at IO Labs. I think it's 6 o'clock. And I think the major difference is if you like cocktails and you like drinks, then come at 6 o'clock.
And you don't have to be an introvert or an extrovert. Just come.
Exactly right, exactly right. And I think that one of the things that a lot of people kind of realize when they come and experience this content is that the major difference is extroverts use their natural communication methods, their natural charisma, where introverts need to have a system. But the truth is that extroverts can actually do just as well if they learn a system. A lot of times they just don't gravitate to it because it means they can't use their natural personalities, which they don't like as much.
We'll square it all out today.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Appreciate it. We're going to link all the information to our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Show info of today's date so you can get all the details about Matt's book as well as the signings today.
Yeah, The Introvert's Edge is the name of the book. Matthew, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Time now.